Hi guys, Mandy here. Happy belated New Year's. I haven't been able to make this video. I haven't been able to make any videos. Right after Christmas, I got so sick, and I won't give you any gory details. It was nasty, and I just pray for everyone that, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It was a horrid. I think I got a cold and then the flu right back to back, and it just was like the perfect storm. It was horrible. And so unfortunately that hit me right after Christmas, like literally right after Christmas dinner. I was dying. I had a fever. I watched Doctor Who Christmas special, and I was like shivering, tons of Tylenol, and just like, oh my gosh, and it was just downhill for 7 days after that. And then it's been super, super cold, so we've been trapped inside, and actually today is the last day of the winter holiday. The kids go back tomorrow, and I kind of was like, you know what, let's get out, let's do something fun. So I took them out to lunch, to my favorite vegan restaurant, and then we took them to this place, this X Play. I don't know if it's a chain, I don't know if there's more of them, but super cool trampoline place. Next time I totally want to join in the fun and go too, but I wasn't prepared because it was just a spur of the moment. So, I wasn't wearing a sports bra. When you're jumping on a trampoline, you need that. So I was like, next time. But they had a blast. So they are tuckered out. Jorah's at the movies, gonna watch a horror movie with his friend, and I'm snuggled in. I got this at Costco. It was $9 on clearance. It's like a poncho, kind of scarf thing. I don't know. It's really cool, and it's cozy. And I've been wearing it inside as like a funky blanket. What were those blankets called that you put on? There was Snuggly, I think. Those were fun, but impractical because they were so long in the arms and like dragging and everything. This is like a poncho, so it's perfect. Anyways, so Happy New Year. I love the holidays. I've said that a million times before. And I know they're wrapping up now and over, I guess. I'm still hanging on. But January is just a really great time. It's really fun because I love January. Every day, I truly believe every day is a new beginning. As corny and silly as that sound, but I totally do believe every day, you get to start again, you get to start anew. And, but January, everybody is kind of in the same boat. Everybody feels that way. And everybody has good hopes for the new year and wanting to be a better person and all that great stuff. And I actually normally, I do a bubble chart. I don't know if you remember those from school, creative writing. You put your idea in the middle of the bubble, and then you like draw lines out. So I'm like really ridiculous in charts and lists. Like I am crazy. Not that I always follow them, but I would, write 2010 and then write like my goals that I wanted to achieve and how I'm going to achieve them. And this year, I was inspired. By Eddie, Boy Likes Dolls. And this year I wrote it down in my journal. I busted out my journal. I've had this journal forever, and it used to be so thick. It was like a really big, thick, huge journal, and I would always write in it. Like I've had it for a few years now. I would write in it. I'd go back and reread it, and I'd be like, oh my God, you sound like the biggest drama queen. Like I literally thought to myself, if I die and my kids find this one day and they read it, they're going to think mom is whacked. And just like that's what I would think about. Rip out the pages, start again. Then I was going to use it. Then not last year, but the year before, when I was really doing that, the 21 day fit and everything. It was a fitness journal. So I had like all my measurements and my weight. But then when that went down the toilet, ripped out all those pages, started again. So this year I wrote down 2018 goals, and what I did was the next couple of pages after that I wrote like 2019, 2020, yada yada. I thought I'd keep them all together, and then I can look back on them and like next year when I go to sit down and write out my goals, look back and see, did I reach my goals? Excuse me, did I have my goals changed, my priorities changed? I think it would be really fun keep it all together and look back on it. So what I did the same kind of thing, but just wrote it down in a journal style instead of the bubble. I wrote down my main goals and then a little blurb on how I was going to achieve it. So it's funny because when I was looking back and reading what goals, the first thing that popped into my head and the very first thing I wrote down was reading. I'd love to read more books. I set a goal last year and the year before. I can't even remember the first year I did Goodreads and the goal I set for myself. I think I said I was going to read 50 books. And I think I read 10 and I was so disappointed. And then the 2017, so this past year, I wrote down 20. I think I did write down 24. I was like, maybe that's a little bit more achievable. And I ended up reading 12, which doesn't sound like a lot. I felt like I read a lot more, but I did read a couple of doozies, a couple of good sized books. But to me, when I thought about it, I was like, that's a book a month. That's good for me, someone who used to read a ton. Like I used to read 2 to 3 books a month. I don't even know how I did it. It was back before kids. That's what it was. I was working in daycare and I did public transit and I would read. I would read on the bus. I would read on my lunch break because I had no car to go anywhere. So I'd sit in the staff room. That's like an inside joke in my head. It was like a little cubby of a storage space where, because we had to have a staff room. You have to have a staff room on site at any job. And, yeah, it was just a cubby hole and I was the only one to use it. There was an old couch and when I was pregnant, this is totally going off tangent, but a fun memory. I was so tired and I would just fall asleep on the couch. My boss would come in to check on me. She was like, oh, you doing okay? It was quiet. I'm like, I'm good, just tired. Anyway, so I want to read more. So I did set my goal to 24 books again, even though I didn't make it last year. I'm hoping to make it this year. I don't know. Is there tips on how to be a better reader? Like I can't read fast because I don't retain. And I think it's better to read slow and retain what you read and actually enjoy the book. For me, some people can read fast and retain it, but I just can't. I've never been able to. So that was my priorities. My number one goal is to get into reading. I snuck in there after the fact. I went back and I put organizing and decluttering. I have realized we have lived here for 10 years in this house. This is our first home and quite frankly may be our only home. I don't even know. I always say to Jor, if this is our only home, can we like renovate? Can we like do some stuff? So hopefully that's in the cards. But 10 years of stuff is so much stuff. Every time I watch Hoarders, I don't know why I'm whispering that, but every time I watch Hoarders Buried Alive, I am like scared. I'm like, oh my God, that's gonna be me one day. So I just want to declutter. I just want to really do that. Remember Oprah years ago, somebody was on her show and said like, if you've had it for a year, you haven't used it, toss it. Somebody else said, if you hold the object in your hand, and you don't love it, it doesn't bring you joy, then get rid of it. There's no need for it. Jordan hates, I've said that to him before. I've had this conversation with him many times and he's like, no, you're going to get rid of it and then one day you're going to need it. And it's only ever happened to me one time and I didn't get rid of it. I lent it to my sister, my mandolin, that thing that cuts veggies really, thinly. I lent it to her and one day I mentioned it and she's like, oh yeah, I have it. You can have it back. And I was like, haha. In the 10 years, I've never given away something that I've had to run out and go buy. So, on you. Not that he's ever going to see this and watch it, but, So, the next thing I said was, work on me. And I wrote, finding my inner happy. What is it that I love? What is it that I love? Tell me. Find the things that bring you joy and do them. That is the thing I have been struggling the most with. The older I get is, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Especially the fact that I haven't been working for almost 10 years. In May, it will be 10 years. I've been home with my babies and raising them. being here for them so they don't have to be in after school care or anything like that. I've been so lucky to have been able to do that. But I'm sorry, I'm very congested still. As they get older, I actually feel panicky inside. I'm like, what am I gonna do from here? I don't know. I just wish somebody could tell me. I know that's not a thing, and like, you know, you take that test, that test in school that tells you what job you are most suited for. I remember my answer was ECE and hospitality and stuff like that. Although I had a teacher who always said I needed to be a lawyer because I was very convincing in my arguments. But I just don't know what I want to do. I want to take this year, truly take this year, and find out what makes my heart happy, what brings me my joy bubble, as Kimberly would say. And yes, I love reborns, and I know that will be part of it, but I know that's not everything. And I want to find something, the bigger picture kind of thing. So that was on my list. Calm is on my list. Don't let little things get to you. Stay calm and let beep go. I am one of those people who I pick at things. Like physically, like I have something, you know, something on your shirt, something, you know, how sometimes you get like you burn your tongue or something and then you get a blister and like, like I'm constantly picking at things, and that goes right for my life as well. If I think someone's mad at me, if I read a text wrong in my head, or someone said something to me and I took it the wrong way, I just build a snowball until I'm miserable. And this is little stuff that doesn't matter. And if it doesn't matter, and if it's not affecting my health, or, you know, I gotta let it go. And that's so easy to say. And I say it to my kids all the time, like when they get in a fight with a friend or each other. I'm like, let it go, move on. Sometimes you got to practice what you preach. And I need to really practice that. It even affects me so much, like social media. Like, I think that I need to take a step back from like going on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, because like I will just take things the wrong way. And I know it's all in my head. I need to get rid of this phlegm. I know it's in my head, but you can't shut that off. So let things go. Health. And I guess this goes together with health, with being calm, because mental health. I said make health a priority. More veggies, less junk. I really literally wrote that down. I'm a vegetarian 2 years now, and if you've watched my videos, you've heard me say this before. In my late teens, early 20s, I was a vegetarian as well. I was very unhealthy vegetarian when I was originally a vegetarian when I was younger. So much pasta and junk food. And that's a big thing. That's an actual thing. A lot of vegetarians have that problem. They eat a lot of sugar because you're replacing the carbs and stuff of meat and meat foods with sugar. And so I need to try to stay on track. I am super good at like eating lots of vegetables and eating healthy meals, you know, doing that for like a week. And then I'm like, ooh, and then my body just goes to the polar opposite. I can't even look at a vegetable. I just want sugar, sugar, sugar. And I go back and forth like that. I need to find balance. My sister always said that, cause she's like the workout queen and she sees like the healthy meals I eat. And she's like, together, if we were one person working out really good and eating these super healthy meals that you make, oh my gosh, we would be made. But we're like, I don't want to work out, but I can eat healthy, and she can work out till the cows come home. That girl's got really, just really good on that. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but she's like awesome in the workout field, but we just have no willpower with food. So make health a priority. And I said, oh yes, this was also, these were going on. So my last little bit is all health. is about find answers to your eye issue. I've been having this really weird eye issue. And I am scared, guys. I'm really scared. It started in the summer. I would get this allergic reaction in my, underneath my eye, like, where your bags are. It would puff up and get really itchy. And, I feel like it would start off by, it would feel like something was in my eye. And the first time it happened, I was talking to my sister on the phone, didn't think anything of it. I'm a germaphobe, so I wouldn't touch my eye while I was talking to her. I'm like, something's in my eye, something's in my eye, I gotta go. So I hung up, went and looked in the mirror, and that's when I noticed that underneath here was bright red and swollen. And I was like, oh my gosh. And because I have seasonal allergies, I just took a Claritin, went away. Well, that has kept on happening. Every now and then, and to the point where this under here is constantly now agitated. And I looked into it, just Google, not doctor. And thyroid, because I have thyroid issues, it could be this thyroid eye disease thing. And I'm terrified because there's a lot that like radiation, like a lot of stuff that goes into that scares the bejesus out of me. But I am going to make a doctor's appointment very soon. I have an ear appointment, and then I'll make an appointment for my eyes and come to find a conclusion, hopefully, as to what it is. So I wrote that down on my goals, so it's gonna happen. Discover more vegan meals. I want to slowly become a vegan. I know that it probably won't be this year, but maybe by 2020 I will be fully vegan. It's just really hard when you're a mom. I guess anybody who's on the go a lot, and also makes meals for a big family, because my family doesn't eat vegan. They barely eat vegetarian. Oh my gosh. One day I had a veggie dog, sitting on the counter, like I was getting it prepared, and my son comes running in. He's like, oh, a hot dog. And he took a bite and he was like, this is a veggie dog. Are you trying to kill me? Like, he can tell, any fake meat. He knows a mile away. He hates it. He hates the taste of it. It's the texture. He's very textile-y. I don't know what the word is, but he does not like the texture of veggie meals. And look into more thyroid healers, because there are a lot of people who say, I don't mean like a healer, but there's a lot of people who swear by, like giving up strawberries and different fruits and vegetables, and people who swear by these smoothie concoctions and stuff like that. I would like to do a little bit more research on that, because my thyroid, seriously, if you suffer from thyroid, well, I'm hypo, there's hyper, and there's lots of stuff in between. It's crazy. The little butterfly gland, it just controls everything. My depression, I know, is caused by it. My hair being mousy and dry and falling out. The fact that I can't grow my eyebrows. My sister's jealous because I don't pluck my eyebrows anymore because they don't grow. That is caused by it. Like, it just so much. Dry skin, brittle nails. Being cold, I'm not being able to regulate your body temperature. I'm saying this not just to say all the crap that's wrong with me, but if you have these issues, talk to your doctor. Irritability, sound pisses me off. Oops, sorry, that was a bad word. But like my kids, like sometimes I'm like, you gotta be quiet. We gotta play ghost town right now, because sound really annoys the crap out of me sometimes, and it's all to do with my thyroid. It sucks. Thyroid disease is a biatch. And lastly, I said yoga every day. And right now I'm doing my yoga with Adriene. Peace. I just promote her all the time. You'd think that I worked for her or something. If you follow my Instagram, I'm like spamming of yoga with Adriene. This is like year 3 or 4. I'm not even sure, that I've been following her and doing the January 30 days. Check her out. She's amazing. I was talking to my mom and she's like, but like, I don't do yoga. And I'm like, I'm not a yogi. I've been doing yoga for years, but I still classify myself as a beginner because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I just do it for fun, and it makes it so easy to follow along with her videos, and they're free. So it's awesome. Can't go wrong with free. Anyways, I've talked your ear off for 20 minutes. I love you all, and I hope that everybody takes a minute sometime in January to just go inward and think, what are some goals I'd like to accomplish this year? What do I want to see myself doing by the end of this year? Am I going to take health into priority? Am I going to read more? Am I going to take a cooking class? Do I want to start hiking again? Like, find your joy bubbles. I'm going to borrow that again, Kimberly. And let's all I did this video so I could stay accountable. I'm sharing my goals with you. I'm going to stick with them. Okay? I love you all. Thank you for being here. Peace out. Talk to you again soon. Bye.